Hello friends, this is Barbara from Wigs and Fluff. Now today I have for you part 2 of Heat Friendly Wigs. Today I'm wearing my crowd pleaser. This is an old wig. I love this wig. I love to wear it. It's in the color Biscuit by Raquel Welch, and she is a beauty. People love her. I'll show you the back. People love her. No matter when I wear it, I always get a compliment on my hair. My hair looks great literally every single time. And she's a year old. And I'm still wearing her. She feels lovely on. Even the hair still feels nice to me. She has held up really well. And this is a heat friendly wig by Raquel Welch. So what I want to say today is that the life of a heat-friendly wig is often shorter, but not necessarily shorter than a regular synthetic wig. Like I say, this one is over a year old. This one is heat-friendly, and I've been wearing it. I don't touch it. I don't do anything to it. I cut me some bangs, but outside of that, I don't do anything to this wig. I like the way it looks. I just plop it on my head. I put it on, and I go. I just really adore wearing this wig the way it is. It's got the, well, you can see the front here is got the tape right there. And it's okay. It's got that lace front, and it's okay. But I'm not particularly crazy about lace front, but that's the way it is. It doesn't bother me. Once I push my fingers down on it, what you do is you push your fingers down it. I'm going down a rabbit hole here. And that takes away the discomfort from this particular lace front. I find I can wear it all day long and it doesn't really bother me. But I'm going down another rabbit hole here. I'm talking about heat-friendly wigs and how long they last. This one is a year old, and I've been wearing her proudly for a year, and she just holds up beautifully. I don't wash her much because heat-friendly wigs don't do well that way. So what can you do to make a heat-friendly wig last longer? Well, you have some protection right out of the box when you get them. They're coated with silicone. So what you can do when that wears out and they start to clump, they'll frizz, they'll look frayed, the ends will look frayed, they won't curl just right for you. So what you can do is put Simply Styling right back on it, and you can put that in occasionally. What you can do is just spray this. I showed it yesterday. And just put it in your hands like this and go all through your wig. I think it smells nice, but those who are allergic to scents, it does have a scent. So you may, I don't know if they make one without a scent or not. You could check into that for yourself and figure that one out, but it does. Oh, it feels so nice on my hands too. But that helps revitalize the wig. So that's one thing that you can do to help your heat-friendly wig, is you can occasionally use silicone spray like Simply Styling on it. Also, see if you can find the shorter ones, the ones that don't come down on your shoulders and don't rub against your clothes. Yesterday I had on the Ambitious wig, and that one was a shoulder length wig, and it definitely rubbed against my shoulders. However, I chose to wear it back in a ponytail most of the day, and that's the way I like to wear the Ambitious, back in a ponytail. And so it doesn't, except for in the back, rub against my shoulders. So anytime your heat-friendly wig is rubbing against your clothing, that's going to cause a problem for you. So I like the shorter ones, the ones that don't come down so long, and they will last you longer. So that's another way. Just choose one that's not so short. Don't wash it as often. I don't hardly wash this one. I wear it not every day, but occasionally. And I make sure that this one stays upright and it looks good. I keep it on a wig head as opposed to hanging it upside down. I just do for this one because it's a more expensive wig because it is heat friendly. So I tend to baby this one a little bit more, and it's one of my favorites. Be super gentle. Don't brush it. Don't use a brush. Finger style it or use a comb like one of these, or even better, and I forgot to put this in the wig box, in the description box yesterday, so I'll do it today if I can remember. These little combs here are great, the Rene of Paris combs, because they have a handle. I really like them. These work just as good, and you get a million of these when you get wigs. You get them all the time. So anyways, don't wash it and don't brush it. Just try not to use a brush with it, any kind of wig brush. Use your fingers to finger style it. You can go through it with a comb when you first put it on a little bit, and then after that, just finger style it. So limit the friction. Remember to limit the friction. Friction is the enemy of heat-friendly wigs, especially in those longer ones like the Ambitious that I was wearing yesterday that hang on your shoulders. So also they get tangled easily. So you have to be real careful with your detangling. I'm told Henry Margu has a conditioning spray that's good for that. So you could, I'll leave a description box. I'll leave a link to Henry Margu conditioning spray in the description. I don't have a bottle of that to show you. I probably should get some, but I don't have any of that. I just use the silicone spray, and that works really good for me. So detangling and after wearing is a must. You need to detangle your wigs and not put them away all tangled up. When it comes to appliances, what you need, and I still can't find mine, I have no idea where I put my hot air brush. Maybe my granddaughter has it. You see her occasionally on my channel. Maybe she went and took my hot air brush. I don't know, but can't find it. But I do have a hot comb here. So you need a hot air brush, and this is a good thing for straightening your hair. It's much better on your heat-friendly wig than, say, a curling iron or a straightener. You don't want to use anything with that high a heat on these heat-friendly wigs. They do tolerate heat and curl, but you don't want to frizz or burn your wig. So you have to be real, real careful doing so. And remember, when you curl your wig, you have to curl it up. You have to hold it there. Take the wig brush out, the hot air brush out, and you have to hold it into your hand until it cools. So it takes a little bit of doing, bit by bit by bit, all the way around wherever you want the curl. If you're doing barrel curls, it's the same thing. You have to hold those barrel curls all the way around. So keep these things in mind. It does take some effort. So if you're a put it on and go person like me, I'm basically I like to put it on and walk out my door. One thing I don't want to do is to spend a lot of time dealing with my wig. I really don't. It defeats the purpose, really, of having a wig. I think a wig should be easy maintenance and just go. Just have them in your closet, wig closet, pick one out, put it on, and walk out the door. But some people like to mess with them. Some people like to do style. Some people like to curl them, straighten them, and do all sorts of things. But remember, when you do all that, you're shortening the life of that wig. This one I haven't done a single thing to. I have never curled it, Never straightened it. I just kind of like the way it looks naturally. I think it's awesome. And I get compliments literally every time I go out. Literally every time. So to review, I like chin length versus longer shoulder length heat-friendly wigs. I just do. Some of them have a different feel. It depends upon the manufacturer. I'm understanding that Beltress makes one of the best heat-friendlies. That's what I understood. But it could be that you might like a different kind. This one is Raquel Welch, and it's lasted a year, but it doesn't come down to my shoulders, you see. So maybe that's part of it. They do, number 2 or 3, they do get clumpy quicker, frizzy, frayed looking sooner than synthetics, especially if it touches your clothing. Remember, friction is the enemy of heat-friendly. So if you like that broad option of curling, go for it. You know, look for those styles and invest in those heat-friendly wigs. But if you're like me, lazy, I guess you could call me, just lazy, and I'm not that great of a stylist. I just enjoy putting on a wig that's already been styled and going. So if you're like me, don't bother. Maybe a couple, if you like, if you just adore the style, but don't mess with it too much. Don't bother to try and curl it too much. Don't wash it often. Just don't. I like to keep my heat-friendlies on a wig head, on a wig form, because I think that actually helps the longevity. This one here, it has a long neck as opposed to the other kind, just a second, like this, which is a short neck. So I keep my crowd pleaser on one with a longer neck, just to make sure that the friction is not there and then it doesn't touch anything else. So to review the tools that you need, it's simply a hot air brush will do, just a hot air brush. That's the best tool. A hot air comb is great. Simply styling is a must so that you can put the silicone back in. That's what the Simply Styling is for, to put the silicone back in your wig. John Renau conditioning spray might be a good choice. Henry Margu revitalizing spray might be a good choice. And of course, a lovely wide tooth comb. And I will try to put all of those in the description box below, as well as sea salt spray, so that someone texted me and asked me where I got my sea salt spray, where I get everything else on Amazon. And I will leave a link to that in the description box as well. Now, I want to talk to you about something else. The uncomfortable truth about Easter. Easter is about the triumphant resurrection of Jesus. It's also about his victory over sin and death. The uncomfortable truth is about the resurrection of Jesus and that he did it for everyone. That's the uncomfortable truth. Not just the good people, but tax collectors, thieves, and murderers as well. He ate with those people when he was on earth and lived among us. Those who society hated the most, the outcasts, the tax collectors, even the thieves and demoniacs. He healed the demoniacs and ministered to them as well. He died for all of us on that cross, and that's the uncomfortable truth of Easter. So that's my story for today. I'm wearing my crowd pleaser in the color biscuit. I was looking to see what the color was, I forget. Biscuit. I love biscuit. This is a beautiful, one of the most beautiful colors, especially for an older lady. If you're an older woman like me, biscuit rocks. It really does. It's a good color for an older woman. If you have the right complexion, and it pretty much is for any complexion, I think. It's a really great looking, almost a platinum white blonde. Beautiful, beautiful color. So this is my story for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.